This is the docu-edit Formula 1 2024 season, a spectacular project where you will be able to watch the best edits about every single driver and team as you have never seen before. I am Dani Lozano and I'm the creator of this project, and this is the Developer Diary, the video series where I show you the process to create this amazing project. And today I will show you the latest edits I was working on. Incredible! Very welcome to the number 10 and last episode of the Developer Diary docu-edit Formula 1 2024 season. It's been a long year explaining things about this amazing project on this board, and today I will reveal to you one of the latest edits that I made for this project that is focused obviously in the champion of the previous season, Max Verstappen. Very welcome to the Max Verstappen edit, the longest I've made. It's about 9 minutes long. That was the most difficult edit to make, that's for sure. This is the edit that explains how Max Verstappen achieved the 4th Formula 1 Drivers' Championship. This edit is really different to the rest because it's clearly divided in 3 different sections, but they are combined as one single one. The part 1 of the edit is focused in the first races on the season of Max Verstappen, since round 1 in Bahrain until round 5, which is the Chinese Grand Prix. The 3 sections are determined by the songs I use. I've used in this edit 3 different songs that explains the 3 different phases of the edit. The first song rock music. This song was used for the first section of the edit. In this section, I explained how Max Verstappen started the season, dominating absolutely everything as he did in 23. Winning the Bahrain Grand Prix, winning the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, winning the Japanese Grand Prix, the Chinese Grand Prix, except Australia that he suffered some kind of brake issue and he has to retire the car in lap 2. But if not, probably he would have won it. The first 5 races, Max Verstappen had not contest at all. The second part goes from round 6 in Miami, the Miami Grand Prix, where Lando Norris wins, until round 18, that is the Singapore Grand Prix, where also Lando Norris ended winning that race. From Miami, when Lando Norris wins the Miami Grand Prix, things start to change, and the Red Bull car now is not the fastest. McLaren is stepping up in performance, even Ferrari, Mercedes at some point of the season, and from round 6 in Miami, we start to see a complete different picture to what we saw in 23. Verstappen suffered, he started to don't win races. In Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, that is the next one to Miami, wins Max Verstappen, but suffer a lot because he has to maintain Lando Norris behind. In Monaco, terrible race. I think he finished 6th. Charles Leclerc wins. In Canada, George Russell did the pole position. Max Verstappen won that race, but he had to fight with the Mercedes of George Russell and the McLaren of Norris. The second part of the edit tries to explain all fights and all drivers Max had to face on to survive, you know. The song of this section of the edit is extremely important because of the lyrics. Explains really well this phase of the Max Verstappen edit. As you can see, for example, in this section, when Lando Norris scores the pole position in the Spanish Grand Prix, and I did this kind of special effect with the lyrics of the song written on the screen.
Lando Norris, he's beaten Max Verstappen. Pole.
Game of Survival in reference to the Max Verstappen season. From round 6 in Miami, for Max Verstappen, if he really wants to achieve that championship, he has to survive with all points and advantage he gets in the first races to try to minimize damages in every single race and to try to maintain the gap with the championship contender, especially Lando Norris. In this section, in the second part of the edit, you can see most of the winners of the season in the different races of the season, but obviously Lando Norris have a much more important role in this section of the edit. Lando Norris was the main rival Max Verstappen had in this 24 season. He faced on in multiple races. You will be able to see the highlights in Austria where they collide, they pass each other, and they have a punch both. In the Hungarian Grand Prix where they also face on with radio messages blaming each other about the actions they took on track.
Second, Verstappen on off the road.
Max has to give the position.
I was ahead of the opening.
And the second section, the second part of the edit, where you can see here, for example, Verstappen and Norris fighting in the Dutch Grand Prix, ended in the Singapore Grand Prix. When Lando Norris absolutely dominates the weekend, Max Verstappen is able to finish just behind in second, but like 24 seconds behind Lando Norris. And the final part, the part 3, from round 19 in the United States Grand Prix to round 22, which is Las Vegas Grand Prix, which is the race where Max Verstappen is crowned as a 4-time world champion. The third section is focused in the final 3-4 races of the season, especially in the United States Grand Prix and the Mexican Grand Prix, where Lando Norris and Max Verstappen had very polemic battles. We have a new song, the third song that defines the third section of the edit. And this song is really known. It's about one of the most popular music groups in the history, that is named Linkin Park. And the name of the song is really important for this edit. The name is Heavy is the Crown. I select this song because for me that phrase "heavy is the crown" represents exactly to try to face on Max Verstappen for a Formula 1 World Championship, you know? Nice visual effects as this one. This is a preview. A lion face with a Max Verstappen face. This is something that is familiar if you are really fan of my edits. For example, my edit Awaken Max Verstappen, I did something similar in the past. The lion, that is the animal that represents the logotype of Max Verstappen. And in the final part of the third part of the edit is where I did absolutely everything I have as a video editor. If you really enjoy my previous Max Verstappen edits, you will love it. And at the end of the video, you will understand with the final image that I designed by myself why this song, Heavy is the Crown, is the perfect one for this edit. I spent like 3 weeks making it. It was exhausting, but I love it. I'm sure you will enjoy it a lot. The Max Verstappen edit is not the last one I've made. Final edit I've made for this project is this one. Floss Premium members, it's time to reveal the last edits I've made for the project. The edits I was showing you here on YouTube during all these months are not the only ones. There are much more edits I was working on. Danny, which edits you have not shown here on YouTube? Patreon.com/Floss. Patreon is a platform where people can support their favorite creators. This is my page, Floss by Dani Lozano. Basically, it's a community where I offer more content to people who support me here on Patreon. If you go to my collections here in this tab, I have a collection about this project, DocuEdit Formula 1 2024 season. If we click on it here, is where you can watch the rest of the edits I didn't show on YouTube. In the Developer Diary series All Access version, in the All Access version of every episode of the Developer Diary, I show edits that I've not shown on YouTube. The most important part of this edit that is emotional at some point, but is related with some previous accident that happened in Formula 1 and even in other Formula categories that are related with this accident. This is the key point of this edit. Basically, these 3 pieces of footage is what I'm working on. Obviously, I will include much more during the season. To get access to these episodes, you have to be Floss Premium member. If you become a Floss Premium member, you can get access to some rewards. But if you don't want to be Floss Premium member, also, you have the possibility to buy the post, as you can see here in this button. Without being member, you will have lifetime access forever to the post you buy. I strongly recommend you to buy the collection instead of a post, because if you buy the collection, you will get access to all content of this collection of the DocuEdit Formula 1 24 season. Lifetime access, you will get access to future content I will post here about the DocuEdit. If you decide to become Floss Premium member or to buy the collection of the DocuEdit, basically you will get access to all info available. You know, this is for people who really like videos like this one, where I explain all what I'm doing, the process I'm following to build these edits, my opinion about the drivers involved. This is what I offer on my Patreon page: exclusive information about my projects and early access content. In the moment the DocuEdit will be published, everyone will know the edits I was working on, because they will be able to watch all edits in the video, in the final video. But now, in the moment we are now, only people who is Floss Premium member or people who bought the collection know all the edits I was working on. But even when the final video will be published, I will be posting more exclusive content in the future, explaining advanced insights that not everyone can understand. By the way, I post a poll. This is free. You can vote for free. I would like you vote to decide which will be the last edit in the DocuEdit Formula 1 24 season. You have 2 options. It's pinned in the homepage of my Patreon page. This is a community, guys. You are a member or you buy the collection, you will get access to a lot of exclusive content explain from me, the creator, explaining a lot of things about this amazing project that is the Tokyo Edit Formula 1 2024 season. The final episode of the Developer Diary was complete. If you missed previous episodes where I explain a lot of insights, information you need to know, this is the official playlist of the Tokyo Edit Formula 1 24 season. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.